What's up, guys? Welcome back to yet another video on the channel, and today we got another airplane. This one's something special to me because I've been wanting this one for a very long time, and I'm not going to give it away just yet, but we do have so we do have some extra parts here. We have some extra propellers, we have some super glue, because all I know is that it needs a little bit of super glue for assembly. It's still in the package, literally brand new. We got some tools that I don't need anymore because I found some more. And then, yeah, so we're just going to get right into it. Just give a little hint. They are wood propellers by eflite. We got 2 of them, just in case I end up breaking the one that comes with it. So, yeah. Just going to go ahead and open up our glue here. All right, so we got the BSI. It's the medium CA foam safe super glue. We'll just put it off to the side for now because we won't be needing it yet. But right now, let's just get into opening this box. This is a big box, by the way. I'm going to use my cutting tool to open it. All the way down here. Try not to cut the box inside. And down the sides, of course. Alright, now in this box, we have the extra 330 SC. I am super excited about this one. I've been wanting this one for a very long time, and we finally got to get on the channel. And of course, it is by eflite. I'm pretty sure it's one of the only good brands that sell like a good foamy, at this size, at least extra 330, or any really extra at all. I could be wrong. Let's get this thing out of the box and start putting it together. I do have to tip it on the front, like that. And eventually, there we go. Toss the box off to the side. Now we got the full box here. I think we do have some loose parts inside, but it should be all right. I hope it's all right. So now we're just going to get this side open and actually open it up for the first time. Find out which way it slides open. Okay, slides open this way. Go ahead and pull it out. And wow, I haven't even seen the full thing. All I see is the front of the fuselage here, the nose, and I am blown away. I'm having trouble getting this the rest of the way out of the box. There we go. Alrighty. Now, just first impressions of opening the box. We have the manual here, the typical eflite manual. It comes with every plane. And we got the wings here. This looks incredible. It probably does not show up on camera as well, but I mean, everything looks so smooth. We got the fuselage here at the foam protecting it. We got the propeller right here, the landing gears in here, and we got some other parts. So we're just gonna get this thing unboxed and we're gonna put it together. All right, now like I said, the only thing I know about this airplane assembly-wise is that it does need a little bit of super glue somewhere. I don't know why. Normally, eflite planes don't really need super glue, so we'll find out why. And apparently I've heard that this airplane goes together really, really easy, even though it has a decent amount of parts. So we're just going to get some of the tape out here so we can actually get the foam out of the box so we can get all the parts out. All right, first piece is out. Second piece is out. All right, the first piece we have up is one of the wings. And I must say, this thing looks incredible. It's honestly not as big as I thought it would be. You got the Jim Burke or Jim Bork, I think. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But, yeah, we got the aileron wire there. Got the actual aileron itself there. And we do have plastic hinges on the inside, which is fantastic. I love plastic hinges, especially on a 3D airplane. They need it. Yeah, this wing is absolutely beautiful. It's shiny. Looks incredible on the other side. Well, let's get more parts out of this box. We're just gonna set all the parts down right in the floor in front of it just for now. And then next up, we have the other wing, which looks just as good. It's the same thing, just mirrored on the other side. So again, we'll put it down right in the floor here. We do have some more foam to pull out. It's just some extra stuff we don't need. All right, now we're getting down to the fuselage and stuff like that. You know what, let's tip the plane up up here so you guys can actually see it. We do have a loose part in here. Looks like a washer of some sort. I want to say it's for the propeller. I'm not really entirely sure. Oh yeah, this thing looks absolutely incredible. One of the things I love just by looking at it is the canopy right here. It's very clean. I mean, as it should be, it's brand new. It's very shiny, and all the decals and paint looks very good. So we're just gonna start pulling parts out here. So we do have the propeller right here. I assume it's the same one. This is the one we got from eflite separately, and this is the one that came with it. And they do look the same, so I'm pretty sure we do have the right propeller here, which is a good thing. Again, we'll just put these off to the side for now. And next up, looks like we got the nose cone here. It's a plastic thing. Oh yeah, that's a very nice finish. It's got a matte finish. It's plastic. It does match the blue on the airplane very nicely, as much as it can. I mean, this is plastic and that's foam, and this is matte. And that's going to be more of a matte, but this is also kind of shiny. It's hard to explain. So you get putting parts right down here. Hopefully we don't lose any of them. Next we got a wing spar. It's just, I assume it's a normal carbon fiber wing spar. All right, and this looks like one elevator. You know, it's the same, nice, good quality. Another, again, plastic hinges in there. I love that. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a beast. Next up, we have the landing gear. Now, these have been beefed up from the previous extra. That was one of the biggest complaints about the last extra. The landing gear was very flimsy and would bend after a while. So we just have a plastic cover on it. Just rips off pretty easy. And this is a nice metal landing gear itself. We do have the wheel pants or wheel covers, whatever you want to call them. And the wheels here, seem to be some sort of foam, but they are pretty hard. That's also one complaint I've heard about this, is that they are like rock solid wheels. I don't think I'll mind it too much, but they are a little bit squishy. Well, no, the bottom of the wheels are hard as a rock, but that's okay. As long as the rest of the airplane is all right, I'll be completely fine with that. But yeah, nice color matched, everything looks good. We'll put it right down here. Looks like we got the other elevator. It's the same thing as the other one, just mirrored, I assume, which is good. All right, this looks like the rudder. And now this might be where it needs super glue because it's not actually attached to the main vertical stabilizer. This is just the rudder part. So we may, if I'm right, this may be the parts that we need to be super gluing to the actual rudder. Now what's nice about this is that the hinges itself are plastic, but the actual hinge joint in the inside looks to be metal or aluminum, which is great for a rudder. I love strong materials like that. And it's very good quality, of course. Everything looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna be heartbroken if I wreck this one. Yeah. All right, next we got a bag of assortments. Looks like the tail wheel, looks like a landing gear cover for the fuselage. Got some screws, extra parts, bind plug. So yeah, we're gonna need these, we can't lose these. Next looks like a cover for, I would assume, goes over the motor. I'm not entirely sure, I could be wrong, but if I had to guess, I'm gonna say that's what that is. Looks like we got another wing spar here. This may be for the tail, the horizontal stabs, which is gonna be nice because these are extra reinforced as well, and it's super stiff too. It's carbon fiber, it should be at least. So yeah, that should be very, very strong, especially in high G load. I don't think we have any more parts in here, so we'll get the main fuselage itself out. Oh yeah. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. It is a decently sized airplane. It is a 1.3 meter, I believe. And man, this thing, if I get all the foam bits off of it, this thing looks absolutely incredible. I mean, everything is just so nice. And a matte finish look, which is what I love. All the stickers on the sides, probably mirrored for you guys. But yeah, this thing is absolutely incredible. Of course, got the motor pre-installed. This is the bind and fly model. So it does come with a receiver, which needs their own battery and transmitter. The recommended battery for this, you can use a 3 or 4S. I'm going to be using, to mainly fly it, I'm going to be using a 4S 3200. I don't have those with me right now. I do have a 3S 2200, which I'm just going to be using to power it up, do some basic stuff like that. I may fly it in one of those, I don't know. But we do have the rudder, or the vertical stabilizer here, which does look like I was correct. It does look like it needs to be glued in there, which is fine. But yeah, this thing is absolutely beautiful. We got the inside of the battery hatch here. It's just right here. It's coming. Oh my God, those are very strong magnets. Just lifts up right here and reveals us the battery cover and the plug. It does use an EC3 port, and it does come with Velcro. So yeah. Also another loose part. We do have the propeller nut. I would assume that's what that is. So again, we'll put that somewhere where we won't lose it. Now, to make sure this video isn't too long, I'm not going to do a full video on the full assembly. I'm going to fast forward to this, and I'll talk about some things on the go. So let's put this bad thing together. Alright, so first we're starting with the landing gear here. It's pretty simple to set up. It just has the actual landing gear itself, and then it has a wheel cover you can see me putting on, and the whole thing goes on just with 4 screws, I believe. It's pretty simple. Alright, so we got the main landing gear installed. Super easy to do, just 4 screws. And yeah, it went pretty quick. Alright, so now what we're working on is the tail wheel here. This was a little kind of weird to figure out because you had to find the right screw. And it is a small one, so you could see I was sitting here looking for it. But I eventually did find it, and we got that tail wheel on. Now we're working on our elevators. It's just a simple, you know, a lot of planes have this. I have the carbon fiber tube through it, and then it goes through both wings, or elevators, I guess you could say. And they both secure into place. They push in pretty hard and pretty firm. And then on the bottom, they just get secured with 1 screw each. Alright, so now we have the tail section on, and we have our elevators. Now I'm putting the push rod joint for the elevator in, and it's just one of those ball joint pop-in ones, so I get a pair of pliers here just to squeeze it in place, and you can hear it click in just like that. And now I'm working on the rudder. Now this is the part where I did have it to super glue. I do mention that in a few minutes, but this was pretty tricky. I do recommend doing it with 2 people. 1 person to hold a hinge and the other person to hold the rudder, because when you try to push it in, the hinges just move and it makes it really frustrating. But if you go in at an angle, it makes it a whole bunch easier. Also, I put way too much glue on it, so I was touching my finger onto the glue, which was irritating. And plus, I got the glue in the actual hinge itself, and so it got stuck for a few minutes, but ended up being alright. Then that tail wheel just pops into place down at the bottom of the rudder, and it was pretty simple. I didn't even mean to do that. Alright, now I got our rudder on. That was the part I did have to glue, and I will not lie, that part was a bit tricky just to do with 1 hand, but not too bad overall. The tail wheel just pushes in, and yeah, so we're gonna keep going with the build. Now we're installing the push rod for the rudder. Same kind of thing, just goes into the hole, and it has the ball joint pop-in mechanism. So again, I use those pliers to pop it in place, and then we're all good. Now it's time to install the main wings. This was actually an interesting setup. You put the spar in through first and then slide the wing in. Then you want to slide your cable through first, otherwise it'll get caught. And then once you pull the cable through, it pops up or comes up through the top hatch. and then, I'm sorry, it goes to the bottom hatch, and then you just put in the other wing, slide it back on, and these two do push in pretty far. They do push in pretty hard, but it's alright. And then you can put the cables down at the bottom where the receiver is. They have a Y harness to both ailerons. They are pretty tricky to grab with just your fingers, so I recommend getting a pair of pliers or something for them. Also, the wings screw in with 2 more screws. No, it's 4 more screws, I believe. 2 screws by the landing gear and 2 screws in the receiver hatch. So it is now time to bind to this extra 330 using my NX10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the back and clear, and I'm going to scroll over where it says add new B and F. Then I'm going to go to eflite, and then I'm going to scroll until I find the extra 330. Alright, I found extra 300, so we're just going to do that one. So I'm going to press import. It's going to transfer all the files from online into my transmitter. And so now we automatically have rates and stuff like that set up. I may go in and change some stuff, but we're going to see what this looks like first. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be using a 3S 2200 milliamp battery. Now, to put the battery in this, like I said, it's just up top here. It just plugs in right here. So what we're going to do now, we're going to bind it to our transmitter. So we're not going to strap it down or anything. We're just going to plug it in for the very first time. There we are. All right, it's currently looking for a signal. So now we got to flip it over. Now on the underbelly here, another door that we just lift open, and then inside we have the receiver. We just go ahead and click the button. All right, now we can put the door back on it and put it back on its wheels. Then we scroll into system setup, and then we go into bind and click bind, and we hold it to just make sure it's not going to do anything. There we go. So we got bind complete. All right, it's auto configuring here. All right, and there we go. Should be all bound up. Just to make sure, we're gonna go up elevator. That is correct. We're gonna go down elevator. All right. Go left rudder, correct. And right rudder, correct. We're gonna go left aileron, correct. And right aileron. Got the motor working as well. Throttle cut's working. Alrighty, and we do seem to have a low, medium, high in high mode. So if I go to the rudder here, we have a switch. On this switch right here, that would be medium, and that's low. So medium again, and high. And we do that for all of our control surfaces here. Alright, and there you go, guys. This is the eflite Extra 330 SC. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you all so much for watching. See you later.